Whoa, who's ready? Good morning. Who's ready? Who's ready for another great, awesome, fun, exciting trail running workout climb? Guys, let's get going. Dude, I'm Hooded Hill Hopper. It's August 5th, Wednesday, 2020. Here we go. All right. Hey, help me out. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Ping. Comment. Give me feedback. Questions, anything. Share the video. Share it with, you share with 6, he shares with 6. You each give me 20 bucks. I can retire. I'll never run again. I'll be laying on a couch having someone feed me grapes or something. I didn't like grapes. I like Twinkies. There we go. So here we are at the water tower. I know you guys think, well, what's he doing at the water tower, dude? Again? I know, I was just here last week. So here's the fun, or the not fun. I got home yesterday from work nice and early at like 8:20 at night. It's actually early for me lately. And got out of my car, right hamstring, right below the glute, upper hamstring, lower glute area. Did not feel good. So still doesn't. So I basically shuffled the 1.8 miles here. So that's why I'm wearing, of course, my worn out shoes that are slick, so I can just slide around to take pressure off the hamstring. So I gotta be careful going up and down here today. But we'll see how it goes. But that's why I did not want to do a trail today, or I should say a dirt trail. Too technical. I'll fall a half dozen times if you're shuffling. That's what older people, I'm not talking like 60, but like 90s, people in their 90s with poor gait, they shuffle. And that's one of the reasons, there's a multitude of reasons, that's one of the reasons they always fall a lot, is because when you shuffle, you're not lifting your feet up. So anything sticking up the smallest bit, even don't have to be sticking up, your toe can catch because you're not bringing it up and you'll go down. So that's one of the main reasons much older people have bad falls. They're shuffling. And dude, I don't know what happened here, but I guess we'll just run around it. Anyway, so that was one. We did one lap. I don't know if I'll count. Get bored of counting here. But so, just extra precautious. I took some ibuprofen last night and this morning. Iced it good. And we'll see. I just need to hang intact another 9 days. That's all I need. Or 10 more runs total. That's all I need from it. All right, buddy. Right hamstring. So probably not going to scorch through these. Well, you're just walking anyways. I know. No, I'm not. Dude, had another comment actually about an hour ago on my Garmin watch. Some of the comments come through. I was working on my computer, and dude, everyone's drinking beer up here. Broken bottles. These kids don't respect anyone. Don't respect Hooded Hill Hopper. Trying to get his climb on, man. Should probably be careful since my slick shoes do have the exposed big toe, so should probably watch the glass. I know to wear new ones, but these are great for slick, for shuffling around. Oh yeah, so I got a comment, and of course you guys know Hooded Hill Hopper, the walker. Someone's like, oh, I love listening to you talk while you walk up the hills. It was something like that. I was like, oh. And I know it looks like it. The only thing I can do to defend myself is, because there's no way. I mean, it's hard that the hardest thing on video is showing true elevation. The only really perspective you get is, and that's why I hold it like this, is trying to show where you come from. That's the only way to get any sort of depth. But with these super wide And, you know, real life pops a lot more, so you can tell. But these super wide cameras, it's hard to get a good perspective how steep or how high up it is. The only way to show it is like where you came from. And it's like, oh, okay. But the only real way to really see that I'm not walking is when I'm on the trails, the steep trails, where it's more crowded. Like occasionally my arch nemesis, there's a couple people walking up. But then at Aliso Canyon and Wilderness, Laguna Beach area, like what I do almost every Sunday, those, you know, there's all these walkers. What you have to do is see me next to the walkers. I'm passing them at a pretty good clip. So that's what I'm 200 pounds. I ain't sprinting up these, you know, anywhere from 20 to 40% grades. But yeah, so there I go defending myself again. I should seriously just change my channel. Walking hill hopper. That would, or hooded hill walker. There we go. That would, dude, when I bust every part of my lower body up, my meniscus, my hamstrings, hooded hill walker. There we go. That would be awesome. Ugh. Okay. So I think we've done 2. Let's get going. Getting some feedback here, guys. Really nice. I tried to leave more feedback comments, watch more of your guys' videos. I'm so behind, so making an effort at least. Ooh. All right. Kind of funny. I gotta be careful. I can't go down this fast. The side of the road yesterday, right next to the trailhead, the Las Flores Ridge, where we did a lot of work on yesterday. Okay, 3. There was this little, like, thrown out the window, this little stuffed pink rainbow flying winged unicorn, you know, for a small girl. So of course, you know, just destroyed, covered in dirt. So of course I picked it up and took it home, washed it, and gave it to the kids. My girls, they're just ecstatic about it. It's like, God, who knows what sort of disease it's covered with. But yeah, it was good times. So let's get some laps in on here. Oh man, yeah, wake up, hooded hill hopper. Let's get going. Hey, look, you might notice I got more than 8 inches from the stupid orange hose of death. I did move it the last time I was here. After I turned off the video on my way down, I'm like, you know what, let's see if this can move it. So now we'll see if it moves a bunch. It's those ghosts of the water tower trail. Definitely. Speaking of ghosts, man, not saying I believe in them, not saying I don't, but dude, if you're in California, you know where it's haunted. It's a 152 highway, Pacheco Pass. It basically takes you from Santa Nella, drops you over the 101. You go through Casa de Fruta, drops you like into Gilroy. And then from there, you can hop over and go to Santa Cruz. But that stretch, it's supposedly, and I read this after the fact, supposedly it's totally haunted by Indians, or Native Americans, my bad. From when I guess there was, I don't know what happened, but there used to be Indians there. I don't know if we drove them off the land or what, but supposedly that area, woo, lot of spirits. And I've had at least once or twice. Now this was a solid 20 years ago. I was like 20 years old. But I used to have reason. I dated a girl in San Jose, so we drive from Southern California to San Jose, or not even San Jose, I think San Bruno, and we'd cross over that way. And dude, it was like, and that's one time I remember being on that road. It was dark, it was night, which doesn't help things because we all know it's scarier at night. And dude, we got ran off the road. I was heading west on the 152, a single lane, you know, and some car just out of nowhere. I mean, literally out of nowhere. So we think it was a car, but it's a crazy road. You don't believe me? Look it up, Google it. Not saying, I'm just saying. So take a look at it. I mean, I've had some other weird stuff, and I mean, a lot of it can probably be explained. It's, guess what? It's a windy, curvy road. It's late at night. It's out in the country. Not a lot of lighting, so you know, who knows? But definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. So how many feet are we gonna climb up today? I don't know. I used to be, dude, if we can get close to 2,000, but it's like another 200 up after this, back to my house. So I definitely won't get 2,000 here. Maybe not, we're not going as fast. Dude, but way back, like 15 years ago, when the stupid shows started, Ghost Hunters and stuff, it was so interesting at first. Like, yeah, we know everything was planted, it was a bunch of crap, but it was good TV. Basically like all reality TV. I mean, it's all very, very scripted and choreographed, as everyone knows. So if you turn off your brain, I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not watching those, you know, Kardashians or anything like that, of course, but some of those shows, they say even like the Travel Channel, History Channel, especially History Channel, they're like, it's basically all scripted. Like a lot of it's just made up, this history stuff they're talking about. Like, you know why everything seems so interesting? They talk about, because it's not freaking true. And they do heavy editing, so like the interviews are just like, the guy's like, I didn't say anything remotely close to that. So this is what I've heard from very good sources. Hey, I'm connected. I live in Southern California. They make movies down here. So, and I mean, it makes sense. Like, do you really care about authenticity with when you have a TV show? Or do you want to stay on the air and make solid money? I mean, you know, come on. So, I don't know. I lost count of how many, you know, how many we're doing here, how many laps. So, yeah, just kind of a interesting side note. So you're sweating. It's about 65 degrees today. So we got the hood on, no gloves. The hairband's just a regular hairband, not a thermal over the ears one. Yeah, it's June gloom on August 5th. Get out of here, you know, who knows? So yeah, we're enjoying it because I like wearing this if I can. Now at Big Bear's interesting. I've been there one summer before. I haven't fully checked the weather, but it can get in the solid like 80s, maybe 90 during the day. But it cools down at night. You know, it can get in the 40s easily. It can easily be like a 40-degree range, no problem. So I might be wearing a lot more than this. If it's like, you know, if I leave and it's still, the sun's not up and it's like 50 degrees or a little cooler, I'll definitely be wearing more. But the issue is, we're up in the mountains. There's no such thing as June gloom. It just doesn't exist. We're not near the ocean. So, so it's one of those things, if you're out, the sun comes up and it's sunny, it can get warm real quick, you know what I mean? So if we're dressed heavy, we got to be careful, because that can eat you alive. So depending, if I think I'm going to be running a lot and it's going to be in the sun, I might just wear this and gloves and like a thermal beanie and just kind of deal with it, instead of wearing like a bunch of layers underneath this, which I've been known to. Oh, when it's cold, I don't mess around. I'm not Majors. He's like, yep, I always wear no shirt. I'm like, yeah, now if I had that body, maybe I'd do it. But, you know, dude, that guy just did a 30-day, 30,000 push-ups, 30,000 squats, I think, 30,000 calf raises, and 30,000 sit-ups. I think those were the 4. And then unadvertised, he knocked out a bunch of pull-ups at the park. And he shredded up. He lost like, dude, over 5 pounds, but just toned. He said his waist dropped to like 28 or something, or 29. Dude, I can literally have a six-pack with a 34-inch waist. They'll tell you like my bone girth. So, dude, hats off to him. But anyways, yeah, I wear a shirt when it's cold. It's the moral of that story. But oh man, it was a year and a half ago, winter 2019. We went twice to Big Bear for the snow, and the first couple days it was cold. It was like 6 degrees Fahrenheit, which that's cold. That's cold for around here. Now the thing was, though, which was amazing, no wind. So you had 0 wind chill, which I know my northern brethren, you guys have to deal with that, like way below 0 Fahrenheit plus wind chills. So I'm not comparing it, but you know, obviously I don't have a clothing that's just like really prepared for that. So what I would do is, I kid you not, so on the lower half, didn't go crazy. My legs are usually pretty good. I'd wear these shorts, these shoes, and I'd wear what do you call it, just some thinly lined thermal, you know, stretch pants, whatever, lycra, spandex, whatever, you know, warm-ups, you know, skin tight, and put the shorts over it and the shoes. That's my bottom half, no big deal. Now the top half, that's where I get cold. My core, I freeze when it's cold. So I wore, let's count at home, guys, grab your kids. This is like Sesame Street, like with the count. I put on a Craft black sleeveless base layer. Craft is mostly done for their cycling clothing. Really cool base layers, the best. I'll say it flat out. I think they make the best base layers. Not a well-known craft company. Craft with a C, not Kraft like with K, like the mayo or the barbecue sauce or American cheese. Hey, all my international friends, who doesn't like fake processed American cheese? You know what's funny? It's really good. It's so bad for you. But so anyways, one, the sleeveless, and these are skin tight base layers. We don't mess around with base layers. You want it tight. Even this is slim fitting. Might not look at it, but so we do that. The black Craft with a C, sleeveless base layer, and really easy to tuck in because they put it long on the backside for cyclists. We got that. We put on second another Craft black base layer, but this one is long sleeve and it's tight. It goes over that, so we're at 2. Thirdly, I put on, you know, the Under Armour mock skin tight compression, the thermal one, the mock, where it's like, you know, thermal lining and it's long sleeve. You know, everyone wears the popular one. Mine's literally 15 years old. It's gray now with holes in it, but it works. So we put that on. That's 3. It's 3. So next up, we got the same thing, but not newer. It's old as heck too, but I've only worn it a handful of times, so it looks brand new. A Nike long sleeve mock compression, you know, skin tight, and it's like a navy blue. Like, why am I telling you guys the color? Like, why the F is he telling us the colors? So that goes on. That's 4 layers. That's 4 serious layers. After that, we put on a Pearl Azumi, I think I'm saying that right, another cycling gear brand, green and black, ugly as sin, cycling windbreaker with no hood. We put that on, and it holds in the heat. The zipper finally broke on it a few months ago. It really holds on the heat. It looks terrible. I mean, it's the ugliest jacket. I got it a long time ago. It was clearanced on Amazon, like 20 bucks, you know, because they run close to 100. I could see no one bought it. We put that on. That's the 5th layer up top. Lastly, we put on one of these, a thin Houdini that keeps the heat in. Also, you can see I don't have any heavy jackets. I don't own any for running. I just don't. So we did that. We got the hooded Houdini on. That's 6 layers. 6. But we don't put the hood on yet. Over the top, I've got what the football players wear, one of those Under Armour black hoods, you know, covers your whole face except your eyes and your mouth and nose. Well, a lot of them wear it over their mouth. I don't. I need the O2. So I open it up, put below my chin, so my mouth and nose are exposed. And that keeps you warm, your head warm, but not warm enough. So I put on there a big, thick thermal Columbia over the ears headband, you know, this big, thick kind over that. Still not done. Put on a second. I think this one might be a Nike or a non-brand one, more stretchy, black one, and it goes over the top of that. So 2 thermal headbands. So 3 layers over the head, the Under Armour hood, and 2 thick thermal headbands covering the ears because I need my ears warm. And then we put the Houdini hood like this, put it over top, cinch it up, keep the heat in. And then the gloves you see me warm, those head gloves worn, I wear those for gloves. So, you know, shorts and leggings, thermal leggings bottom, 6 layers at my core, 3 layers for my head, totally protected. 6-degree weather, felt great. So what's the problem? So where's my weak spot? If anyone's listening, I didn't think about it. It's my gloves. They're not super, they're your standard running gloves. And like cool weather, you know? That's why I can wear them like when it's still sun's out sometimes. They're not like super thick. So my fingers, first couple of miles, they were freezing. Everything else was good. But until I got really warm, everything was just, so cold. My fingers, totally not rated for 6-degree weather. Probably like 40 to 50 degrees. So I wore all that. It wasn't took a few minutes to get that on and off, that's for sure. But it worked. It worked solid because I'm not one of those dudes with like heavy technical gear. Because it's expensive, which is fine if you're using it. I'm all good with expensive quality stuff when you're using it. But if you're not using it, you're wasting money. And I'm not going to justify it for maybe once or twice a year to get some super, high-end, winter running gear. Just not needed. Just not needed. When I can just layer up with junk I already have. So anyways, that's that. We're not going to be wearing all that this next week, that's for sure. Hey, let's do a shout out. I'll do a couple, but the new guy I want to get on here, just found him maybe a week ago, and he's got a new channel, Lifting IQ. And what this guy does, he's basically doing videos in his backyard with Olympic lifting and doing some snatches, I think clean and jerks, but more I see him with the snatches. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for Olympic lifting snatches. Just so jealous. I used to do it back in my 20s, not heavy, but this guy's form is impeccable. You guys got to check him out. There's not a lot, I don't see a whole lot of people doing like true snatches from the ground. Boom, just, it's a movement. I'd love to do it now, but my meniscus and hamstring, because you go down to a full squat. You're not familiar with the snatch. You start like with a barbell on the ground, with Olympic, plates on there, and you get in like a deadlift position, ready to deadlift. But you basically, and dude, Lifting IQ, I'm sorry for butchering this, it's basically this crazy all-in-one jerk motion where it comes, you basically cinch your shoulders and kind of jump, and the idea is for that weight to just shoot up in the air, like slingshot up over your head into like a standing press. But you do it, this snatch motion, while coming down to a full squat, not a halfway squat, your ass touching your calves, that kind of down. And so you're down like this, all the way down. I would seriously show you guys, but I don't think my knee would like it, going that far down. And then from there, you're basically doing a full overhead with the weight squat up, and you lock it out. Then you throw the weights down like a bad dude. And that's one. So he's got great form, and he put a video up, I think it was 5 years ago, his personal best, it might have been a competition, where he did 100 kilos snatch. That's serious business. That's two 20s on each side, plus the bar is 20, I believe. And kilos for my American friends, I'm American, that's like 220 pounds. Olympic lifting, you usually go by kilos. So 220 pounds. I think he said he weighs maybe 170 or something. So serious, 50 pounds more than his body weight. Serious weight. Like when I was weighing a little over 200, dude, I probably got snatching maybe a little over 120 on each side. So I was probably like at my best, let's say between 60 and 70 kilos, just way nowhere near what he's doing. But like what I like is, like me, I had terrible form, dude. I'm just so bad at lifting. His is just clean, like perfect. No, maybe he edits it, he has like terrible ones. It just shows us the good stuff, but it's great, very knowledgeable, great camera work. So really like it. Check him out, Lifting IQ. Dude, when I used to snatch, I'm sure everyone's done it who's done that, like, because it's such a power, it's such an explosive movement. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know another lift where you need as much explosion. Correct me, guys, tell me something else, please. But just in my knowledge base. And it's impressive. So what happens though with that explosion, it can get away from you, you know? So because you're going up, and you know, you're going with the wind. Whoa. It's easy in that up motion, you know, because it's swinging back. You got to bring it back to earth, like, you know, center it above your head. It's easy for it to keep going. And dude, I've had it. Fortunately, it wasn't super heavy weights. In fact, it was really lightweight. I think the bar and maybe like a 5 or a 10 on each side. But I went up too fast and like, you know, and it just went flying back. The weight flew out of my hand, back, you know, and I, of course, fell back on my back. No one was hurt. It was a platform, but I was like, oh crap. You know, everyone at the gym's like, what are you doing, dude? It's like, oh, my bad. So, but you can't get embarrassed, dude. We all do stuff like that. So that was it. That was at Long Beach State. I don't know, man, that was maybe 03, 04, who knows? That was a while ago. And they've got a gym in their basketball or volleyball stadium, whatever you want to call it. It's actually a pyramid. Maybe they painted it. But it was like a royal blue pyramid, this stadium. Why they did a pyramid? Probably for attention. I don't know, it was built like in the early 90s or mid 90s. I got there in 98. It had already been done for years. Hey, glass. So, but anyways, that's what, so I love Olympic lifting. So check them out, Lifting IQ. We'll put the link in there. Give them support, guys. Great dude. So, yeah, man, it makes me, you see those clean snatches being done, you're like, damn, dude, I really want to get back to that. I just can't right now, my legs. But man, just start light, slowly build up. That would be great. So anyways, what do we got here? We'll do maybe another 15 minutes up here. Just get it going. Whew. So the knee, the right meniscus tear, like I told you, I watched some stuff on YouTube where they're like, dude, you can run on it, you're not going to make it worse. So that brought my confidence back. It's still, you still feel it. Overall though, I'd say it feels better than 2 weeks ago when it really started. But definitely still careful with it. But the big concern is the hamstring. That right hamstring is no joke. So I can't do any real powerlifting right now at all. It's just, Not, but I need to get back into it, because even just light, because I think strengthening these muscles would help a lot too. So, but we'll see. Okay. So yeah, if anyone wants to donate some bumper plates, actually my good friend, his garage is filled with them. Dude's got a crazy gym in his garage. The whole thing's just a setup. It's awesome. It's just like, dang, dude, super jealous. Anyways, let's get up here. So yeah, lifting IQ, very, very cool. Good job, man. All right, we're gonna what do you call it where you switch subjects? I can't even think of the word, dude. You just this brain fog when you run sometimes. It's like, ugh. So, transition. So let's transition. So I'm gonna give some quick shout outs to some classic dudes that I've brought up before. They're kind of local legends in the YouTube community. So speaking of like Olympic lifting and all that fun, so Vince Lou, he completed his 30-day crazy run challenge where he did like over 500 miles. I saw his video yesterday. He's like, yep, I'm getting back into heavy deadlifting. I think he wants to rank his, is it international power lifter or something, dude? International something deadlifter. I don't know, but there's a classification if you can pull a certain amount of weight on your deadlift for your weight class. And the dude yesterday, I think he said he got up to 365, and he's done in like the mid 400s before, which is insane. Insane. Because I think he weighs well under 140, like in the 130s pounds, which is just unbelievable. Because at my best with my deadlift, earlier this year, January, February, before the shutdown, before I hurt my hamstrings again, I think I was in the low 3s. I was getting up to, and I was cheating. I was using a freaking hex bar, which isn't cheating, but it's just at this point in my life, unless I don't want to, the hex bar is great. You don't destroy your shins with the bar. But anyways, back in my youth, in my 20s, like let's say 17 years ago, I'm 40, so like my early mid 20s, I was repping with the low 300s. I think I could max out around 400, and I'm over 200 pounds. At that time, I was probably like 215. Husky boy, big dude. So for him to be like 135, let's say, and just destroying weight like that, that's amazing. What a strength of body weight ratio. So that's awesome, man. Vince, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. Those are impressive numbers, my friend, especially after running till you die, which he's been doing. So, and he's gonna stick with the ultra marathons, 50 milers, 100 milers. So good grief, dude. Whoo! All right, let's keep going. So that's awesome. Definite hats off to him. Another quick shout out, myBSlife, Brad, he did an awesome, at least I thought it was a great idea, because a lot of times he drives to his burpee challenges. He did basically a time lapse, hyperlapse, whatever you want to call it, of his drive, which I think is freaking fantastic. I'm just such a geography nerd, so like everyone lives in different areas. I love seeing like different scenery and different locations because everything's so varied. So I was like, that was honestly probably my favorite part of the video. I love seeing that, and especially Canada. Everyone knows how great Canada is, you know, geography wise, just beautiful. God, I love the mountains, the Northwest. So that was great to see. I mean, I would just, if I was him, I would just timestamp it. Put that bad boy in at the beginning every time. Hey, watch my drive to where I'm going. If you don't like it, you know, go skip to the workout. But I thought that was Really, really cool idea. Yeah, that was awesome. I'll tell you that. I could do that on my weekend runs, but it's really, really boring. Basically driving by houses. Not the same. So, whew. But that was cool. Of course, he's doing the, you know, placing us all together on the world map, bringing us closer together so we can see where everyone's located all around the world. That was a really cool idea. So he's doing that. He showed us his before and after pics. He lost like 29 pounds, I think he said. Fantastic, man. Really leaned out, looks great. So good job, buddy. Weight loss is never easy. So good job with that. Whew. What time is it? We're still going. We're still going. All right. Definitely slower today, so I apologize. All right, what question today are we gonna go through? Oh, dude, let's do Transformers versus G.I Joe. Now, this was, as a kid, I think they're both Hasbro. As a kid growing up, both fantastic cartoons, like amazing, in fact. And Transformers had that great animated movie. I think you can download it now on streaming services, but so we love Transformers, and I think for my brother and I have a twin brother, I think Transformers was a little earlier in our childhood. Like, we were really young. I remember for Christmas, our stocking, I can't remember who had what. One of us got a little Bumblebee, and one of us got a little red Transformer, like little guy, probably like that. It was, so we thought it was so freaking cool. God, Christmas was so amazing back then. It is now. Once you get young kids again, oh, it's like back to how it was. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. So we were young, like real young, like maybe almost toddlers. And then early elementary school for us, G.I Joe came on strong. And the show was amazing, but they nailed it with the toys. So many great toys. You had Sergeant Slaughter, Duke, whatever, you know, Cobra, Commander, I don't know. I forget all their names. Was there a Lucy? No, there's a girl. But, so we'd, our birthday was December. It's early December. I remember one year, we were probably early elementary school. So our birthday in December, we got a couple G.I Joe's toys. Like, this is great. I think one of them was, it's like it was a boat. It was a boat that went in the water. You could actually float. It had discharges. It might have been like the bad guy's boat, now that I think about it, but I don't know. And then like 2-3 weeks later was Christmas, and every single family member I know, let's say we were 6 or 7, got us G.I Joe toys. So all of a sudden we had like over a dozen toys, G.I Joe. And so that was like, really, that year was the year of the Joe. It was fantastic. So for me personally, I'm not an expert on either, because, you know, after that I kind of fell out of them. But G.I Joe's just has those toys, you know, more of a place. Even though I love the Transformers TV show, but I think it was, I swear, I think we were a little too young with Transformers. So I think we kind of missed the boat. I still remember watching it like crazy. You know what the other one was? Voltron. We were young, but I remember we each had one of the cats. I think they redid it. I think there's new ones on Netflix. I was trying a couple years ago to get my daughter into it. Oh, dude, I got that bad habit. I'm trying to get my daughters, especially my 6-year-old, in the stuff I was in. You know, it's dude, one thing when they're young, the girls, they like everything, and they'll like the girls, you know, the girl stuff and the boy stuff. Like, so you can get them in Batman, superheroes, super cool stuff. Transformers, she still loves Transformers, and she loves what do you call it, Transformers, and she loves superheroes, loves superheroes, still does. But now she's 6. The last couple years, much more girly. Just like, no, more into the girly stuff. Which, you know, what can I do? Like LOL dolls, just the worst stuff. Those toys are just awful. And she's wanted that like at least 3 Christmases in a row. That's all she's wanted. Just like, oh, good grief. But anyone who knows what I'm talking about, it's like, oh, not LOL dolls. Toys, they got everything now. So, but anyways, but that's so yeah, trying to get kids into that. But they do now. The new Transformers movies, when I say new, I think they're the newer ones, the Jerry Bruckheimer, they've been out like, you know, close to, I think the first one came out in 05, summer of 05. I could be totally wrong on that. And I enjoyed the first one. It was really cool looking. After that, I don't think any of them were great until came out, I think it was December of 18, the Bumblebee movie. Didn't do well at the box office, even though it was like highly reviewed. Easily the best Transformers movie by far. And not just that, you're like, oh, it's, even if you don't like Transformers, it's a great feel-good family film. You're like, how's that possible? It just is. You gotta watch it. It's funny, it's got heart. It's one of my daughter's favorite movies. It's honestly, I was telling my wife a couple months ago, it's like one of my all-time favorites. It's like the perfect film. It's great. You know, if you don't need all that action and all that, and you just want a solid family film that's just oozing with emotion and heart, dude, go watch Bumblebee. It's actually filmed in Santa Cruz, up the central northern coast of California. The theme park's the boardwalk there, which we love. It ain't open now, but there's no theme parks are really open. I think Disney World is, I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, I'm slow today. I'm looking at my elevation. It's like, ooh, that's not good. Man, maybe we'll do 2 more. 2 more. So yeah, definitely, man, for anyone, I'm talking guy, girl, kids, go watch Bumblebee, man. If you haven't, it's so underrated. It's so good. I think and I pray they're gonna make a sequel. The actors are great. John Cena's in it. The girl and the boy are great. Just fantastic. It's a great movie. Great, funny, heart-driven movie. Can't recommend it enough. Even if you don't have kids, just go watch it. Watch it by yourself if you have to. It's that good. I don't care if you're like a 25-year-old single girl who has no interest in Transformers and you got no kids, you know, and you got no boyfriend. Like, hey, let's watch this. It's kind of segmented towards females a little bit. The main character is a female girl, so give it a shot. It's amazing. Whew. All right, so let's get going up here. Hey, virtual treadmill people, I know I forgot to say it, but crank it up. Crank it up. There's a truck up there. Someone over there. Oh, dude. Do I have to yell in front of people? I hate that. But, all right. So, that's that. Enough of that. Okay, this is the last one. This is it. Okay, so we're just gonna do one more. I'm gonna go at like an even Steven pace. Like, I can't just burn it up here. I gotta save my hamstring. As much as I want to just destroy this, we gotta live for another 10 days. So, all right, laps, I don't know, no idea. So we'll probably get over 1,800 total. Okay, but let's get going. All right, everyone at home, treadmill up, crank it up. Let's go, let's go. This is a solid incline. Not too technical. You just got one foot after the other. You don't have to think about it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Whew. All right. Crank it later, hose. See you later, alligator. All right, guys. Let's get going. Let's dig deep. Let's do this. You know what we're reaching down for. We're reaching for that hammer. Come on. Burn those legs. Pull out that hammer. Pull it out, man. Ah, throw it down. Throw it down. Ah, okay. That was bad for my hamstring, but we made it, guys. We're up here. That guy's like, he's cool. He's all, what the hell is he doing? I'm not gonna yell. Dude, you gotta throw your dignity out the window with these YouTube videos sometimes, because mine's gone. Let's do this again in front of our old nemesis, the orange hose of death. Guys, we did it. We did a lot of laps. I'm not sure, 1675. We'll get over 1850 by the time I get back home. But let's do this, guys. Woo! Okay, we're gonna yell better than that. I'm Hood Hillhopper. If you like what I do and you like my runs and you think I'm a goofball, even if you don't like me, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ping, share it. Sharing means caring. Comment, give me feedback, let me know what you like, don't like, give me questions, give me info to talk about. I love it. Love just running my mouth like an idiot. Guys, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Let's go home. Woo, I got work, baby.